Oh yes, legends, how's everybody doing? Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, guys, on your way in. We are going to be taking a look at the price of Bitcoin. We'll be going through the technical analysis, look at the high probability movements in between today and tomorrow. And we are going to be looking at why is Bitcoin going to be hitting all-time high very, very soon. However, we'll be talking about the short-term bearish case scenario, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. We got the levels, we got the technical analysis. We also have some altcoins that I want to go through, some potential strategies that there is throughout the next coming days, and why I believe that the crypto bull run obviously is going to continue, right? These pullbacks are to buy. Something that we did mention yesterday is in a bear market, you buy the dip and it keeps dipping. In a bull market, you buy the dip, then it bounces right off to the new highs, right? So let's go right away through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community, and we'll be diving in through the price of Bitcoin, of course, legends. Smash up that like button right away, and we'll be going through the technical analysis, okay? Let's see right over here. How many likes do we have already, guys? Make sure to absolutely destroy it. Oh, we got only less than 200 people. Woo! Smash up the like button, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's pump up the live because, yeah, we're going to go through the TA. We did finally get the rejection yesterday. It did end up in a liquidity grab, SFP from this high. There is some liquidity here, very disturbing, that I want to explain. What different scenarios could happen? Are we going to range here for the weekend? Weekend is known for ranging, right? This was the previous weekend. Very choppy, very boring. Just moves of $2,000, $2,500 throughout the weekend. Nothing too special. Is this what's going to happen? We're just going to be ranging here to get squeezed into this triangle where we're going to see a lot of thumbnails in the next coming days talking about this triangle breaking to the upside, right? Or to the downside eventually. It does higher probability in breaking up. That is only if we do squeeze. That is only if we do get one more leg to the downside and one more bounce. Then we could speculate without a doubt with this triangle. However, there is a lot more to that, guys. There is a lot more to that. There are specific levels that we could be looking for some trading opportunities. Regarding Elliott wave theory, we can pull out some harmonics as well. We can pull out many things on the chart and different scenarios. But most importantly, what are the levels that you want to be getting ready for some trading opportunities? That's what we always do, guys, here on the live stream. Got some altcoins ready. I want to go through the total crypto market cap and the Bitcoin market cap just to give you a brief explanation for any new subscribers, anybody that was not paying attention here the last few weeks or that you are new, just to give you the explanation on why there should be round about $1 trillion more, okay, of dollars to get into the crypto market, okay, especially the altcoins. I'll be explaining that throughout today's live stream and going through some news that is going on, guys. Some very bullish news, very good adoption news. Make sure to destroy the like button. We'll be going through the comment section right away. People are bored. It is Friday. What's going on? Not many people joining. People are bored. They want to see other stuff. But anyway, we'll be going through the pure TA, guys, here. So let's go right away. Morning, my man Hex. How are you doing? MT, not many comments. Is it early? It's Friday. The content is boring. The technical analysis is boring, guys. Let me know. If not, we'll wrap it up. Huh? We will wrap it up. Let's go right away through comment section. No more chop suey. Good morning, traders. Preparing for war. Says MT. Says morning, Andy from Florida. Are you having chopped salad today? Thank you so much for all you do and the time you spend sharing your knowledge. You're very welcome, my man. Thank you very much for joining and for those kind words. 103K minimum today, says preparing for war. Maybe 105. Maybe. We shall see. We shall see. What's up, Nirvana? How are you doing? Bitcoinsensus gang, don't leave me hanging. Oriel, how are you doing? Let's go, legend, says Andrea. Andrea, how are you? Victor Lochim Magalan Sven, hello. Shelby Faris, number 28 on the like. BTC Boss, good day, my man. Jimmy Knock, hi Andy. Your support from Hong Kong, says Jimmy Kwok. Absolutely amazing. I'm early today, says Zaya. Camille Matus, Donnie, hi from Kosovo. How are you doing, my man? Scray, hello. Sarah Mahamud, how are you doing? Melis, do you have Discord? Yes, we do have Discord. There is the free Discord eventually. And we also had the paid version where me, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽, rest of the coaches do provide daily analysis and potential scenarios. But if you want to start off with the free Discord, there is access to the free Discord. It is very active. A lot of people sharing their charts, different altcoins and technical analysis. The paid version, you get more in detail analysis from myself, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽, and you also got the trading setups channel where we're looking for those trading opportunities with the explanation eventually, as always. So it's the first link down below. The first link will take you to the website, and from the website you can join the free Discord or the paid Discord. Okay, let's go right away and continue through the comment section. We got Aptos, what's up? Sawa, how are you doing? Rome, Georgia over here. Absolutely awesome. Love your channel, Andy, and appreciate you, my bro. El Duderino, thank you, my man. Much appreciated. Will Chainlink pump, Andy? Matter of fact, Chainlink has been pumping. Will Chainlink pump? We've been waiting for Chainlink for many weeks for it to pump, and it's finally pumping in a very aggressive move. However, I'm a little bit cautious right now. There is a reason. There is an Elliot wave reason here that, maybe we could be ending this wave sometime very soon. A little bit skeptical, guys, I have to say. A little bit skeptical because there is one bearish scenario for Bitcoin. There is one bearish scenario, okay, that, we could be sweeping up the lows here. I mean, there is a bearish case without a doubt. This choppiness doesn't look great. I've seen this movie before. Sometimes, yeah, you're going to continue rallying to the upside, but it's very classic to sweep up these lows. Something that is interesting, the spot charts on Bitcoin. I mean, I usually do it on Bybit eventually, but when you take a look at Binance, on Coinbase, right, on spot, that wick that we did have here last Thursday, sorry, we did not take out these lows. It did on the futures, okay? And I want to consider this chart on spot, right? Binance or any spot charts, we did not take this low right over here. It's very classic in this kind of price action to kind of sweep up the lows, taking the high or not, right? There are several scenarios based on Elliott wave theory that I want to go through, and you need to understand them, okay? I'm going to try and explain this as better as I can, okay? And we're going to go through those scenarios on the price of Bitcoin. Now, this will not be bearish, taking out the high first or not, which I think we're going to be ranging in throughout the weekend, guys. Weekends are very boring. They're very rangy, okay? We understand that. But after the weekend or after taking the high or not, if we were to come down and start sweeping up here below 90K, this will be the best opportunity, okay? It will be a moment that people will be in doubt. Imagine getting Bitcoin a drop of over $10,000, $12,000. People will be in doubt, right? People will be in doubt. But there are many reasons to believe that this was not the top for Bitcoin. An all-time high is imminent. All-time high is imminent, guys. There is an explanation behind this, so hopefully you are going to stay tuned for that explanation, all right? It is purely based on Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci, but there is a reason to believe that this was not the top of the bull run, right? It's not the top of the bull run. We will be hitting all-time high, but there are so many different scenarios inside of this range, and one of them is actually sweeping up the lows, which is not going to be very good, right? It's not going to be good emotionally, psychologically. We're going to be in doubt. Oh my goodness, what a drop. Is this the end? The top is in. We're going to start seeing those macro bears coming out, right? And saying, the top is in, right? Which is going to bring us the best buying opportunity. Of course, I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does happen, guys, we need to be ready, not only for Bitcoin, for many altcoins, because if this scenario were to play out on Bitcoin, we know that altcoins are going to get that 20, 30, 40% correction again, testing the lows and going beneath the lows that we created on Monday, which is just going to bring us that huge opportunity, huge, massive opportunity before we bounce up. I want to try and explain those scenarios. We will be focusing a little bit on a higher time frame, but I also want to explain the intraday setups, okay? The levels that we have locally as resistance and the levels that we have locally as support for the intraday setups, right? Looking for a nice trade of $1,000 or 1,500, right? This is typically the kind of moves that we do form throughout the weekend. It would be very rare on the weekend to see a massive breakout of all-time high or a massive breakdown, right? It could happen Friday evening, right? That's when we close the market, the general markets, right? Worldwide. You know, that volatility move, if it doesn't happen today, it's unlikely to happen throughout Saturday and Sunday. Weekends are very boring, and you usually move in between $1,000 and $2,000, ranging on the price of Bitcoin. This is why I would expect a little bit of choppiness and boring price action throughout the weekend, right, legends? So anyway, I'm going to ask the people, okay, shall we do Bitcoin and then altcoins, or only altcoins? I'm going to give that option to the community again today. I assume, and then we'll go through that poll in the next coming minutes. What shall we do today? And I'm going to go here with a few options. I want to take a look at the news as well. Yeah, I'm sure most of you are going to say Bitcoin, you know, because yeah, Bitcoin is the leading market. This is where we do spot some trading opportunity. What shall we do today? I'm going to go with BTC-TA, and then Bitcoin, and then altcoin. I'm thinking some weird answers here, and then alts, only alts, and another another answer, guys. Make sure to check out the poll, okay? And I need you to vote. This is me just being a little bit silly, guys. It is Friday. What shall we do today? BTC-TA, then alts, only alts, and yes. All right, let's go. Let's see the votes. I'm going to go with BTC, then altcoins. Okay, I think, yeah, most of the people are... that yes is actually getting voted. Yeah, this is only a joke, guys. No need to vote on that. But yeah, there's many votes on yes. What shall we do today? Yes. So yeah, it looks like that we're going to do a bit of Bitcoin TA. We're getting some votes on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very important, guys. This is where we can spot some very good trading opportunities, right? Regarding, you know, good risk management, entry points, where we want to take some profits. You know, usually Bitcoin is the sweet spot to do trading, right? I know I can be a very good trader on Bitcoin, and I can be an average trader on altcoins, right? Unless I do spot a good opportunity to jump into several altcoins, then I will, right? I know the swing trading levels. I know how to, you know, detect those levels. And, you know, this scenario was mentioned also throughout the live stream that we did do here, right? Back in just about 3 days ago, right? Not this one. This one was, what's this live stream? I don't know why I got it here. This was yesterday's or before yesterday's live stream. We don't need that. Yeah, basically 3 days ago, you know, we were detecting the possible reversal from that movement down, and that we could look for some swing longs with low leverage, low capital. I mean, we might bounce and the price leaves without us. Okay, I'm getting into several small positions on altcoins, but also getting, you know, realizing that we could come down and test the lows, and I would be ready to add to the position, because these positions are very small, but I would be willing to add to the position if we do get a reaction at the lows. This strategy was explained 3 days ago. This corrective move throughout many altcoins was explained that, you know, it is kind of safe. There is nothing safe that, you know, in crypto or in trading, but it's safer to get into this pullback and start thinking of swing long opportunities with low leverage. The market dips in a bull run, they are to get into swing long positions, okay? Especially these aggressive dips that we've had of 30-40% on Monday on most of the altcoins. These dips are for buying, right? You don't get a 70-80% dip in a bull run. So these kind of dips are already very aggressive in a bull run, and they just bring you that opportunity for that bounce back up. We can see Chainlink ripping. Chainlink got that correction. Look at Chainlink's bounce that we did create from Monday. I mean, Chainlink was one of them that I did not get into. Okay, I did get into a few altcoin swing longs, but overall, Chainlink, look at this. Absolutely beautiful bump and run scenario, double bottom with a slightly higher low, already claiming the highs from last week. I mean, getting a bounce of, you know, when you do compare the drop from Monday on Chainlink, it wasn't even 30%, and the bounce back up was, I don't know, what was it? The bounce from the lows, you know, over 50%. We want to be pretty aggressive when the market gives us this, you know, 30% or even 40% on some altcoins. Anyway, we did say that we are going to take a look at Bitcoin. Then we go through some altcoins, and I will explain on different charts, you know, what we're looking at here, such as 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗫, you know, a little bit of the strategy that I would be looking at just in case Bitcoin gets a dip. Just in case Bitcoin drops a few $1,000s to the downside, I will be explaining the movement that we are looking for altcoins, guys. And this is a strategy to get ready. It's a swing strategy. All right. It's very chilled. It's, you know, we need to remain patient. I mean, we should be already into several swing long positions throughout multiple exchanges. By the way, if you are interested in trading, Bybit for me is #1 for spot trading, day trading. There's several exchanges that I do have, that I do like, that I have tested throughout the last few months, which is Weeks and Bluffing, guys. Bluffing right now with an insane deposit bonus of $100,000. More you deposit in trade, the more airdrops you're going to get in your futures account, so you have more capital to trade with. And you can use this, you know, you can just trade with an email and a password here, and you can start trading in minutes. Check out the links down below, guys, either for Weeks or Bluffing. There's some great deals down below. Take advantage of that in this bull market so we can get ready for some swing long positions like we are talking about here throughout the streams. And I will be explaining that strategy. It's going to be boring, guys. This is a swing strategy. We might not get those lows, but it's something that I want you to get ready, because I know a lot of people were not ready with that major dip. You know, comment section was going pretty crazy with bearishness, you know, talking about Bitcoin going down to 70K, fill the CME gap, and, you know, altcoins to drop another 20-30%. No, guys, you know, this is really the kind of drop that does get that reversal. However, the reversal is happening right now, and I want to create the plan. You don't want to FOMO in right now on this bounce, because there is a possibility of forming a lower high, and it's just something to be ready for. The people that are using more than a 10-15x leverage, they are in danger if the price does reverse on altcoins and we start dropping, you know, 15, 20, 30% again. You're not, you know, over 10x leverage, you're not going to have enough capital to push your liquidation down, okay, and be ready for that swing long for the next coming weeks. So it's a more chilled strategy. On Bitcoin, we do focus for intraday setups that could happen today or tomorrow, but I want to get you into a nice swing trading idea, right? I mean, not financial advice. This is what I am doing and what I am getting prepared, and I'm going to share with you just in case you want to copy or you want to take the idea, right? It's all up to you. So check file coin, says Dinesh. Yes, absolutely. Big bull flag on OM. We can take ICP, says 𝗬𝗎𝗿. Okay, guys, I know there's a lot of altcoins. Make sure to destroy the like button. How many likes do we have here? It's super important for me to see the like button going absolutely bananas, going to new all-time highs, skyrocketing. I'm going to focus on the Bitcoin TA, guys. Now, yes, all right, let's focus on Bitcoin. It's going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes. So I will ask the people to drop some altcoins later on so we can do the analysis and the different trading plans, right? Because we are going to get some trading plans ready throughout multiple altcoins, all right? And it's going to take me 10 to 15 minutes at least for several options and confluence levels where there is some trading opportunities, some trading plans. So make sure to destroy the like button, enjoy the show, enjoy the technical analysis, and enjoy how we are preparing our trading activities, right, that we're going to have throughout the next couple of days. Smash up the like button. I need your support. I need your love, guys, because that's what makes me, hyped up to provide the TA and look at the altcoins and look at the comment section. If I don't get any love, then I feel down, okay? I feel down and I don't have the energy. Like button gives me energy, guys, and, it's just a lot of support for me, because if not, I'm very emotional, and if the like button is not going up, then I might drop off from the live stream. Only joking. Okay, so let's take a look at the poll. And people said yes. Okay, so what shall we do today? Yes, we're going to do Bitcoin TA, and then we're going to go through altcoins. That is, without a doubt, the winner. So let's focus here with the altcoins. Like button is getting through the roof, guys. Like button is going through the roof. Let's go. Bitcoin technical analysis. Some scenarios that we were talking about yesterday. I assume that more than half of you that are watching now were here yesterday. So we need to go through a little bit what was mentioned yesterday. Yesterday, there was a level that I really liked, okay? There was a level that I really liked. That level was the naked point of control that we had here from last Thursday. We didn't quite reach there. We were just off by, I don't know, about $200-300, right? We got that beautiful naked point of control, and that naked point of control was with the 0.88 fib. Now, this is why this is disturbing. I usually chart on the Bybit futures, okay? However, this wick, all right, and sometimes I need to consider the Binance chart or the Coinbase chart on spot, okay? When we take a look at the spot trading chart, this wick was lower, right? It's very classic that on the futures, you're going to get a little bit of a larger wick to liquidate, right? Some traders. When we do take a look at this wick that we did form on Monday, right? Sorry, not on Monday. This is, I'm getting confused from the altcoin drop from last Thursday, from the all-time high to the low. What is interesting is that the 0.88 was hit. The 0.88 was hit, guys, on the spot chart. And we talk about the 0.88 being the second golden pocket, right? For me, just a brief explanation here from this range price action that we had early 2024, right? Q2, Q3, the 0.88 from a pivot high, in this case, the all-time high right over here, to the pivot low, we got 0.88 being respected here from this pivot low wick to the pivot high, 0.88 right there, bounce from this pivot high to the pivot low, 0.88 slightly above it, then rejection here also. Many different pivots, right, to take a look at here. This pivot low, right, from the drop to the pivot high, you can see how 0.88 was just wicked, right? 0.88 is kind of the golden pocket from this pivot high to the pivot low, right? Pivot high right there to the pivot low. We can see how, oh my goodness, 0.88 again, there we go, right? From this high to this low, 0.88, that's the new golden pocket, right, in my opinion, or the second golden pocket right there. It's a very, very powerful level. Not only the 618 or the 50%, the 0.88, not many people do take it into consideration, and we do here. And on the spot chart, from all-time high to the wick low, damn, that 0.88 was hit and rejected to perfection. We were waiting for it, but we were analyzing the wrong chart. We were analyzing the futures, right, which I mainly do. I like it more, Bybit, based on the volume and the movements and the swing failure patterns. For me, it's better. I've been charting on Bybit for many years right now, but we need to consider the spot chart as well, okay, just in case a high hasn't been taken or a low, and just take it into consideration. So the fact that we did hit that 0.88 on the spot chart, right, Binance or wherever, right, the wick is very similar, not taking out the lows here from the 26th of November. We hit the 0.88 and we got the rejection. So yes, it happened. Regarding the naked point of control here from last Thursday, taking a look at the session volume profile, it was not hit either. Okay, very similar naked point of control here, right, that we do have on Bybit as well. I mean, this was my preferred level. I wanted the price to slightly get a bit higher and then look for the rejection and short right there. If you shorted the 0.88 and you're charting on the Bybit, on the Coinbase chart, you know, it just ever so slightly got above the 0.88, and this is like a sniper short, right, where you just enter on the rejection, stop loss at the high, give or take a bit of room, and you're getting into that rejection at the 0.88. I mean, we did talk about 0.88 being a very good level for a reaction and a quick short. However, you know, I was charting on Bybit, and the 0.88 was not hit because I was remaining a little bit patient, you know, to get to the exact high, right? People want to get into the short at the very, very high levels. And unless you have a very, very clear level and a clear strategy, in this case, you know, you hit the 0.88, you reject from 0.88, you can start thinking of a short right there with a stop loss. It's a bit aggressive, but it's a valid short, right? 0.88, very, very strong Fibonacci. For me, it's the second golden pocket. Regarding this rejection, what we also mentioned yesterday is, look, the possibility of forming a three-wave structure. I did jump into a very small short position here in this range on the rejection before going to sleep, and stop loss at the highs. Let's see the price action, because I am very much in favor of the price still ranging throughout the next coming days. Very high probability, or even coming up and taking out this high and even rejecting right there and finally hitting the naked point of control, getting a swing failure pattern, a double top from this pivot, for me is an acceptable short trade. All right, there is reasons for that, just because of the confluence that there is here, high volume node and the 0.88 on the futures chart. For me, it's enough to have a double top scenario, right? Or a triple top if you wish, right over there. So I am considering that level to jump into the short only if we do reject from that high volume node. It's enough confluence for me to step in on the trade. You also got the highs from yesterday. It's a classic level where you could just wick above it, claim a little bit of that liquidity that there is there, because there is still some liquidity just under $103,000. There is quite a bit. There's over 100 million, right? 100 million in short liquidation. There's more liquidity slightly to the upside than to the downside when we take a look at the last 24 hours. So it would be nice to sweep that liquidity from yesterday's highs, and then I would see a major pullback possibility. However, maybe this was it. We're going to go to lower levels in between today and tomorrow, and then we're probably going to get the bounce, right? When we are in this area, we're more interested in longs. When we're in this area, we're more interested in shorts. If we were to push down here, there is some confluence zones where I'm interested in long positions. And I do believe that a higher low here has a very strong possibility. And there is some technical analysis to back this up, right? Eventually, right? Why do you think we could get a bounce from here? Well, based on yesterday's analysis, we were talking about the three-wave structures that we are forming, right? There is a massive bullish case scenario that I don't think it could play out. It's just purely based with this low created here on Monday, right? The Monday drop. You got a higher low right there. And just because we have a higher low, you can consider this as a wave 2, and this a wave 3, this a wave 4, and this a wave 5. The wick that we had yesterday trying to push up, it doesn't look too great just because the second wave retraced too much over the 0.88 Fibonacci from the low to the high. That is very uncommon. Most commonly, wave 2s go to the 50% to the 7.8 Fibonacci, but not retracing, almost taking out the lows. Very, very rare. So it is not invalidated. I mean, on Elliot wave theory, an invalidation for a wave 2 is taking out the start of wave 1, right? If you get beneath it, then eventually it's not a wave 2. But if you form higher low, hitting the 0.88, even below 0.88, it's just very rare for a wave 2. So, but it is valid. It would be a valid impulsive move, and the corrective structure has already finished. it's an unlikely scenario, but just to consider it, right? Just to, if we were to fly from here, if we were to form a three-wave structure, regardless of this being an impulse or a three-wave structure, right, or five-wave or a three-wave, the bounce in this area that I'm going to talk about looks very attractive regardless if this is a three-wave or it's a five-wave. It doesn't matter. This is another three-wave move down, either correcting or inside of the three-wave, right, three-wave down here. And we're just continuing with three-wave moves throughout the next couple of days. So regardless of this being bullish or part of the corrective move in the triangle, we're looking for a bounce, right? We're highly likely looking for a bounce and to form another three-wave move up. So the most important thing is, where is the strongest support that we do have in this zone? I mean, yesterday we were supporting the idea that if we do reject from this point, that we are going to likely be forming a three-wave structure to the downside, right? Whoever was here paying attention on yesterday's stream, it would have been nice if we do drop from here. I have to say, it's a very shallow pullback. Would be nice to see the 618 or the 78 a little bit higher and then to the downside. However, there is a lot of resistance in this area of $101,000. Why is there so much resistance here? We do have a daily level. This daily level was printed with yesterday's close, right? When we do go to the daily candlesticks here, we can see how we had the daily from Wednesday and Thursday, and that is only sitting at 101,200. So that is going to be resistance, this daily level. So if we do zoom in and take a look at the price action here, I mean, it would be nice to get a leg to the upside, get some choppiness in this zone. And, you know, this would be the area, as we do have the previous day point of control, which is slightly beneath the daily level, right? It is slightly beneath the daily level. There is confluence. Previous day point of control, daily level. This is the zone that I would really like to see choppiness. If it does get above it, we do have the previous day value area high eventually. You know, there is some risk of getting back inside of the previous day value levels. And if you push through this level of resistance, we do have the previous day value area high as next resistance, which would be in confluence with the back test from this high, right? So you got the double top scenario here, right? SFP, you get the corrective move, sweep up the lows. If you come back up, start breaking out here, you know, a back test is very, very classic. I really like back testing levels without taking out this high, and then the price rolling down, forming that three-way structure. I mean, that would be the ideal zone to manage risk much better, to get all the way up there. However, if we do break down from here, that will be the three-way structure, okay? We want the best entries if possible. If we do break down from this point, then we can already count this as the bounce, right? As the 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. If we were to break down from the lows, now is when I want to come to the levels of support. There is a daily level that has not been tapped, which is at $96,600, right? That daily level right there. This would be coming all the way down to the higher low support zone, right? From the wicks. On the Coinbase chart, could be ever so slightly different, right? On the spot chart, ever so slightly, it would still be round about that zone. Higher low support, lower high right there. We've got that wick there. Now, when we do take a look at the chart here, where that daily level is, what is interesting, I mean, this would be the zone that I would be looking for a bounce. Not too much high volume node here at the daily, not too much confluence. When we do take a look at Fibonacci from the low, from Monday to the pivot high, golden pocket is slightly above the daily level, but it is with higher low support. But what is interesting is the three-wave structure. We know that we have been forming three-wave structures here throughout the last few days. Three-wave movements, right? You can consider this one as a 5-wave move, but I would consider it more as a 3-waver because you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this wave. So you're counting it as 1, 2, 3. So if we were to drop down, say that we lose the lows of today and we start breaking down pretty aggressively, we already got a 3-wave move here. Now, I want to know the extension, right? Because I would be interested in the 1-to-1, the 1, 2, 3, 6. If this were to be the high right there, the common zone and the most aggressive zone, the 1.618 for that 3-wave extension, is the 1.618, which is sitting, you know, pretty aggressively beneath the daily, beneath the higher low support. I mean, this would be the ultimate level to get the bounce. If the price if this is the lower high and we start breaking down, just, you know, this is imagination, right? I don't know if this is going to happen, but if it does, I realize where the price could get that significant bounce. This would be the area in between 96.7 and 95.5 is like the really volatile zone to finish that 3-wave move and then get that bounce for the weekend to form another 3-wave move to the upside. So we are not, you know, in my opinion, there's very low probability that we're going to break out from this zone throughout the weekend. Weekends are very rangy, and if it drops a lot, it usually gets a significant bounce. If it pumps a lot, it usually gets a rejection, right, inside of a zone. We don't usually get these massive swings of $5,000-$10,000 throughout the weekend. They happen during the week. So, you know, there is some trading plans here, without a doubt, for the weekend. I wouldn't expect big movements. So if the price were to drop down based on yesterday's analysis as well, which, I mean, we would have preferred slightly higher, especially the daily, right? Daily level right there that we only just printed with yesterday's close, form a lower high, form bearish CVD divergence. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. I mean, we are forming local bearish CVDs now consistently. Yeah, throughout these we're forming slightly higher highs here on Bybit. Yeah, we are about to form bearish CVDs. We haven't quite just yet. We have actually. We do have bearish CVD divergence from this pivot on the rest of exchanges. So we are forming higher highs, lower highs on price action. So there is long positions entering here throughout the last few hours. Not easy for a short right there, just because it would be nice to get a little bit more confluence for the short, right? Hit that daily at $101,000, 200. We were just about $400 off. Would be much better to hit that zone, this square box, to then speculate on that lower high. But yeah, if it rolls down from here, then it is what it is. I have to say it would be a potential missed short position. Wouldn't have enjoyed, you got, you know, testing these highs. Yes, you tested the highs here of this bounce from late last night. Not an easy decision short, I have to say. Quite shallow as a pullback. But yeah, taking a look at fib here from the high to the low, you're not even 50% hit. Would have been absolutely golden for this bounce, which is, you know, we got a pretty aggressive move yesterday. This is what we wanted to realize, guys. This bounce over here would be nice to get to the 618, in this case the daily as well, with yesterday's close. 618 daily level, you know, bearish CVD divergence right there, lower highs, higher highs on the CVD. You're getting people longing, right? CVDs forming higher highs. This is like the perfect zone. This would have been the perfect zone to actually get into the short, to claim those lows and get another leg here to the downside. Regardless, you know, the reading of the market is kind of correct, even though if we do not push up ever so slightly higher, the reading of the waves, I mean, it is correct, even though the price didn't reach preferred zones, because we're looking for a 3-waver, right? Regardless if we do go up there or not, we're looking for a 3-waver down. So let's see if we do. I mean, there's no confirmation till we actually claim the low. So, I mean, this might just be a shallow pullback and we're just going to have another attempt to go to higher levels. So, you know, overall, if we do continue this uptrend momentum, which is extremely corrective, without a doubt, I would say that, you know, there's extreme high probability with the choppiness here. If we do get the rejection reactions, we don't blast through. If we do blast through out of nowhere, boom, right, then eventually we don't want to, you know, jump into a short. But if we do get boom rejection, we can speculate on a short. We're looking for a double top scenario as well to get into another short if we get stopped out, because then the one that does get us that entry at higher levels, just in case we double top here, is going to pay off that first stop loss, because I would be expecting a pretty nice intensive, you know, 3-wave move down here. Now the question is of this movement to the downside. The zones that I would be interested in longs is where we have the daily, right? Where we have this daily, where we have the higher low support, where we have the golden pocket from the lows here of Monday to the highs of yesterday, right? Golden pocket, daily level, higher low support. I mean, this would be the perfect zone, and without a doubt, we would be forming some bullish CVD divergence from those lows. And we have done already quite a lot. So yeah, I mean, there won't be any new bullish CVDs. Yeah, this is disturbing. We won't be having bullish CVDs here, even though if we do get the drop. We would have to see an aggressive drop here throughout all of the exchanges here in the blue on at the AGGR.trade website. On Bybit, we've already been forming bullish CVDs. Hang on a second here, because on Bybit, we got a new fresh low here. Yeah, we already forming bullish CVDs on Bybit from this pivot. New ones. These are new ones, so that is pretty good. That gives us a chance that if we do go to lower levels in the next coming hours, we will be forming some pretty intense bullish CVDs throughout Bybit from the pivot low of Monday. So I mean, it does give us a high chance that, you know, that the movement down here is going to get supported. Very, very likely going to get supported. Like I mentioned, on this 3-wave move down, because yeah, we've got the rejection yesterday, we got a bit of a bounce, very shallow, but it's acceptable already to count that 3-wave. Most importantly, we're looking at the 1236, 1382 as an extension, which is really coming down to that daily level. This would be the ideal zone, like I mentioned, to get a slight reaction. We will be forming bullish CVDs. There will be people shorting the market eventually to try and push the price to much lower levels, shorting late, right? Shorting, expecting these lows to be hit, right, throughout the next coming days. But the reaction is imminent, right? The reaction is kind of imminent. I don't think we're going to slice through the level here. So this is the zone where we are basically looking for that wedgie kind of structure, right? It's not going to be easy. It's not a swing failure pattern zone, right? Swing failure patterns, they're great. You test a high, you reject from it, perfect. You enter, your stop loss is here, You know, these are very, very easy to understand and very easy to manage risk kind of trading setups, right? Wick above a high, claim the liquidity, stop loss above the high, entry as you reject, you're in the move, right? And you got a stop loss, you don't have to worry about your risk management. The situation here of trying to predict a higher low is that we do not have a liquidity grab level, right? We don't have a good higher low to sweep up liquidity and you know, basically enter, stop loss, and, you know, get into the reaction trade, right? And then into the reaction and have the good entry and the good stop loss. That is the problem here to speculate on a higher low, right? On a higher low, you know, you could just start breaking down, and you know, your stop loss is really a situation here. It's very, very difficult to suddenly put a limit order here or a couple of limit orders, and you know, your liquidation is down here and go to sleep, right? And then you wake up tomorrow morning and you have a massive waterfall and you're like, wow, you know, I got liquidated. Well, it's just, this is why I don't trade here putting limit orders. I would really have to see proof of support, analyze very carefully the choppiness, the price action, because if you do come down there, let's just imagine that the price, whatever it does here, comes down to that level and you start getting a reaction bounce, right? That's already a good sign, right? And in this area, you would be looking for that kind of double bottom scenarios where if you do come and claim that low again on the lower time frame, this is the kind of zone that you are looking for, like these descending wedges or double bottoms, right? Where you come down here very aggressively. We got a daily level. We have the golden pocket. It would be a target zone of the extension of the wave, right? We're looking at the 1236, 1382 as an extension. I mean, 1-to-1 could get the bounce, but I would be expecting ever so slightly lower levels, right? Maybe even claiming the daily. Daily could be a little bit of a guidance. But this is the kind of zone, if we do drop down there in the coming hours, that I want to see. The most aggressive scenario would be tapping the daily, right? Higher low support in the coming hours, sniper long, stop loss at the low, but accepting that this bounce could potentially claim the low again and then get the bounce, right? And then you're looking for that three-wave structure throughout the next couple of days. It is the level, it is the zone to get that bounce, guys, but we just need to manage risk very, very well, because, you know, at the end of the day, we don't have a crystal ball. We can realize the triangle, we can realize the kind of structure that we are in, the three-wave moves that we are forming consistently in this range, and we're just looking for another three-wave move down to potentially get another three-wave move up and continue the triangle structure. But we need to see the price getting proof of support. And how we do find out getting proof of support is basically stopping at that level for several minutes. So if we do get down there and we get that first stop, right, and we get a little bit of a dead cat bounce, the most aggressive long trade in this case, because the price could just come down there, tap the level, you form a little bull flag, and you just continue to the upside, right? And you're like, wow, I was waiting for the double bottom. I was waiting for, you know, or a little bit of a descending wedge kind of structure, right? As we get down there, where you do this, you do this, you do this, and you form a little bit of a wedgy move, and then you get the bounce. But sometimes the price just hits a level and, you know, it just comes back down. So that is the aggressive long setup here, where the price does come back down here, forms that three-wave move very aggressively, and it hits the daily and you get the reaction. The way you can trade this is relatively simple. As long as you're beneath the daily, you're not interested in that long, unless guys, there is an aggressive long here based on the 1.618. If this were to be the lower high, depending on where the lower high is here, if this were to be the one, or you get another move up here and then you reject, right? Regardless, it doesn't matter. You need to know, you know, once you claim that low, once you claim this low, you have the lower high to take a look at the extension, Fibonacci extension from the highs of yesterday to the lows to the high that whatever is created. Once you break that low, you got the lower high. And the most aggressive long would be the 1.618. Myself and Devil, we love the 1.618. They get so many good reactions on a third wave. And the most, if we drop beneath the daily level successfully and we continue to the downside, you can consider the 1.618 as an aggressive long position once you tap it and get back above it for a sniper stop loss beneath the low, because this could be the one that gets the epic bounce. So aggressive longs, right? Let's keep the aggressive longs for the aggressive traders. There's two scenarios here, and you just need to wait for the levels, and there's only two. The daily level right over here, that is if we do drop, guys. Okay, we'll talk about the resistance scenarios here locally, but that is if we do drop from here, right? Because we don't know if we're going to drop right now or we're going to get another leg up and get reaction and then drop. That is if we do drop from here. We're just explaining the levels, right? Level number 1 is that daily. You tap it, you get above it, you got the first trading setup. As you get above it, stop loss beneath the low. Now, how the price could react here is either it forms that V shape, forms a little consolidation, and then continues up, or it actually comes back down and retests the lows and it forms a local double bottom, right? And then gets the recovery. So you can get stopped out of this trade either at a small loss or at break even, but I would be interested in the retest of the lows. If it double bottoms, I would be ready to jump into another trade. It might be very wicky, it might not be that wicky, right? And then get the recovery. So on just the daily level, there's the aggressive long, which is tapping it and getting above it. You got that aggressive long setup. That's what I would be looking for. I mean, I'm not saying what you need to do is that. It's how I would be trading I would be getting my plan ready here for this trading setup. Or the double bottom, right, which is giving you even a better entry, a better stop loss. And, you know, if you recover here, you're paying off your stop loss. You're making more than a 4-5 to 1 risk reward, because you would expect, you know, a significant move here to the upside. Based on your risk to reward, this is your stop loss. You know, this is your risk to reward all the way up here to this range, right? You're looking at 7-8 Fibonacci, 618 from this movement down at a bare minimum. Lower high resistance just to continue the triangle structure. The other scenario here is you break down from the daily, and you know, you only hope to get a reaction, because this could break down and go to lower levels. We ain't adding to position. We're not longing randomly because Andy said that the daily should get a reaction. No, if the reaction is not there, we could just lose the levels and go to lower prices. But the 1.618 extension would be your last hope here for the price to get a bounce. Wherever that lower high is, your 1.618 extension would be like the limit for you to maintain higher low structure. 1.618 levels do get a massive reaction most of the times and an epic bounce. And if we are expecting 3-wave moves throughout this triangle movement, right? I mean, this would be the ultimate level without taking out these lows where the price should bounce. So if we lose the daily, you know, I was explaining that I would not be interested in any longs beneath the daily, right, in this box area. But yes, I would give a chance to the 1.618 wherever that lower high is created here. If we lose the lows, I would give it a chance, because, you know, I'm still looking for this range to basically continue. So that's a little bit of the longing zone and how we could prepare for the long setup. And I know a lot of people are going to get this wrong. A lot of people don't have time to, you know, watch the chart, guys. It is as simple as setting the alerts above the levels of interest. Okay, above the levels of interest, you set the alerts on Tradingview, and you got the phone, and you know the levels based on your analysis from this live stream or the analysis that I made this morning, to basically exactly know where that daily level is. You got it on your chart on your phone as well, and you know, jump into the reaction right there. Because I trade on the phone, but I trade on my phone based on what I've done, on the analysis that I've done on my computer, right? Based on the analysis that I've done here. So setting alerts is extremely important here on Tradingview. If the price gets a leg to the upside, I mean, we're talking intraday. We're entering the weekend, and unless we get that volatility throughout Friday today, which I don't think is going to happen, but if a big move has to happen, either down or up, it has to happen today, Friday, before the markets close. It would be extremely rare on Saturday or Sunday to get a move of $5,000 up or $5,000 to the downside. It would be very rare, right? $6,000 move throughout Saturday or Sunday. We don't usually see that. So this is why we're talking about these intraday setups. If we do get that drop here throughout today, you know, this is the zone that we could bounce for the weekend. I wouldn't expect a major breakdown of $10,000 on Saturday or Sunday, right? It just doesn't usually happen regarding probabilities. And we talk probabilities, right, when we're charting. So we have high probability that if we do move up here, that we are going to bounce and we're going to range throughout the weekend instead of breaking down another $5,000. Just because weekends, low volume, low movements, unlikely to continue breaking down aggressively if we get that move today. If we move to the upside here, right? So say that, hey, Andy, we did not get that 3-wave move down and we break in here to the upside. Let's talk about the resistance zones with that theory that we shouldn't get big moves throughout the weekend. We still have that naked point of control here from last Thursday, that big consolidation that we had at all-time high, which is just slightly above the highs from yesterday. And on the Bybit chart, it would be hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci. This would be a very, very good rejection point. I think there could be a high chance that the price will not pop through to all-time high if we test yesterday's highs. And it's a very acceptable liquidity grab because there is liquidity there at the $103,000, 102.8, right? There's a few hundred million right there at that zone above yesterday's highs. So it's a liquidity grab. So you would expect that wick to the upside, hitting naked point of control, hitting the 0.88 on the Bybit chart, and then getting the rejection. So the plan here remains the same for me. If the price grinds up, right? If the price grinds up and breaks through at, above this daily level, which I am interested in shorting and adding to the short at this level, daily, the previous day point of control, I am looking for that 3-wave structure to the downside, and I am in favor of that happening, okay? So it's just getting ready of the potential if we suddenly start seeing some God candles here, right? That the level of reaction would be here above yesterday's highs, naked point of control, and the 0.88. If we do get a God candle, I'm not in favor that this is going to happen. I think, very likely we're going to form a lower high at some point and break down, just like as mentioned yesterday. So the golden pocket from yesterday's highs to the lows of today with the daily level is like the sweet spot, right? Reaction here at the daily, you're still going to be forming bearish CVDs throughout multiple exchanges because you do have some lower highs and you already have some ever so slightly higher highs there on multiple exchanges. The blue here is many exchanges, OKX and Binance and rest of them. So you are getting people longing this move quite aggressively throughout today. This uptrend is, we're getting some pretty decent longs entering the market. So if we were to get that leg up to the daily and to the golden pocket, we will continue forming bearish CVD divergence here throughout multiple exchanges. And this would support our idea of forming a lower high here. And the only way we can trade this, guys, this is the level, the daily level and the golden pocket is our guidance, right? The guidance is golden pocket from the highs of yesterday to the lows and the daily. Preferably, we want to see the price action once hit, getting beneath the daily so we can see the weakness. If we're beneath the daily, that could be the moment of rejection, stop loss here, and then we're going to start breaking down to the lows and even to lower levels. This is overall the interesting level, but we need that reaction. If we smash through the level and we're above the daily and the golden pocket, we don't take the short. We need the price getting above it and getting back below the daily. Then we can know that it's getting a reaction and it's a very strong level. Eventually, we do not know if we're going to have 1 tap or 2 taps, maybe even 3 taps, and then get the rejection. But this is the zone of reaction, and this is the zone where you're interested in the short. I'm interested in the short, not you. However, it might be 1 move and then down, or it might be 1 rejection and you get that wick to the upside and you form the double top, right? Very classic on lower time frames where you chop the level of confluence and then you form that double triple top, and then you get the pullback down. It's, you know, you can manage risk very well, guys. You know, it doesn't matter if you get stopped out once you get into the double top, because if you get stopped out, it's because those highs have been claimed. You can re-enter the second double top, manage risk like an absolute beast, because, you know, this could give you a 5-6 to 1 risk to reward, even more than that, right? If you get that choppiness here at the daily, you're forming bearish CVDs, you got the golden pocket from the high of yesterday to the low, and then you're looking for that 3-wave move to continue the triangle. It would be nice to hit that level. If we break down from here, then so be it, right? So be it. We formed the 3-wave structure. We got a zone to get ready for some other setups. Okay, but the best zone to get the reaction, looking for double tops as well, very possible. You might just hit it once, right? If you do get up there, hit it once and then, you know, not even come back to it, or hit it once and, you know, get another wick back up and then continue to the downside. You're looking for that local double top on the lower time frames, and we're still supporting the idea of a 3-wave structure here, regardless if we hit that level or not. So very much rangy, guys. Not much more to update. I was going to do a bit of a higher time frame, but I might do a video update of 10 minutes just to go through the higher time frame different scenarios and confluence levels. Make sure to smash up the like button right away, guys. We're over 1,000 people watching the stream. If you are interested in trading, we do have Bybit. For me, is the #1 crypto trading platform. We're going to go through some altcoins right now. You can trade hundreds of altcoins here on Bybit. There's a great bonus. There's multiple different exchanges as well that I do like to trade on. Bybit, 𝗬𝗫cie, Weeks and Bluffin. Weeks and Bluffin, you have an insane bonus, and you only need an email and a password to sign up. Bluffin has proof of reserves, very legit platform, and there's now $100,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit and trade, the more airdrops you'll be getting on your exchange. Check out the bonus down below in the description for either Bluffin or Weeks, which just requires an email and a password. I know a lot of people are very interested in email and password, and that's it, right? So let's go right away. Please keep it chill, legends. Pac-Man, my man, much love to you. I mean, I'm usually so long on Bitcoin, but we need to go in detail on how we need to react at certain levels, guys. It is super important, because I know a lot of people would just randomly put some limit longs and just go and take a hike, right? Or have a few beers at the pub. We really want to set alerts, guys. Real traders do the analysis, they set alerts, and they are watching very carefully the levels, how they react, and they manage risk. Why do most people fail? Because they put limit orders, they go and take a hike, they're this, that, the other. I'm in a long position, I'll be adding to the position no matter what, you know. Hey, happy days, right? Well, you know, this is how most of the people lose money. This is why it's a career, right? And we talk about the levels and how you need to trade those levels based on the different reactions that could happen, guys. It is extremely simple, okay, to understand, but it's extremely difficult to execute. People don't have time. People usually get distracted very easily, and it is as simple, guys, as setting the alerts and waiting for that reaction at those levels based on the explanation that I've given, right? But don't trade if you've drinking more than 3 beers. I'll tell you that, all right? If you're drunk, don't trade. Leave it. If you get the alert on Tradingview, you're going to get into a 50x long and using 50% of your account if you're drunk, maybe. Don't do it. Leave the phone at home. Anyway, let's go right away through the comment section. It's time to take a look at the altcoins, guys. It's time for altcoin analysis. Bitcoin setups here given on the live stream on Friday. Levels of interest. I mean, I'm not going to say all-time high. It's highly likely that we're going to hit all-time high, guys, very, very soon. And I might get a video update giving some explanations tomorrow, right? Because I've just spent too much time on Bitcoin. People want altcoins. We got intraday setups. The main reason why we have intraday setups is because Bitcoin is ranging, and we knew since last week, since we created this high, that Bitcoin will be ranging for many days, guys, right? We knew since we formed this 3-wave structure to the upside. Why? because we knew that this was not an impulsive move down because there's only 3 waves and an impulse has 5 waves. And we knew because this retracement over here happened well too far for it to be a 4th wave. And this 3-wave move did not end up in a 5-wave move. So there's no impulse to the upside, meaning that we are in a very large, complex corrective structure, which could bring triangle, it could bring, you know, zigzag and a flat, and many different scenarios in a WXY. So we're just ranging and looking at the levels where we have trading opportunities. In this case, you know, the daily levels, higher low support with Fibonacci, you know, understanding, you know, Fibonacci extension and how we can trade those ranges. Because yesterday we were aware of this zone rejecting. We didn't quite hit my preferred level, but we did reject after the rally. I did ask a poll yesterday, will we hit all-time high tonight? And most of the people said yes. I think it was about 55-60% of people saying yes, we're going to hit all-time high with this movement. And we explained how it's unlikely that we're going to push up to all-time high with this movement to the upside. So it's time to take a look at some altcoins. Andy, please do thought on 𝗬𝗫 𝗬𝗫. Right, it's time for altcoins. Drink and trade is the best, says KBLD. Well, you know, I have drinking a couple of beers before and got into some trades, but not drunk, right? If you're drunk, you don't want to be doing any trading. You'll be doing many mistakes potentially. Drinking and trading is the best, says someone here in the comment section. Anyway, time to do some altcoins, guys. Make sure to drop them off right away in the comment section. We are ready. Oh, it's time for altcoins, legends. I want to know, first of all, are you in some swing long positions? I'm going to end up this poll, okay, because this poll is boring. End poll. And start. Did you get into some alt swing longs? Did you get into some alt swing longs from Tuesday's video, Tuesday's live? Because this was kind of the strategy, right? We mentioned how many altcoins will likely bottom out with that Monday drop, and on Tuesday we were getting a strategy ready based on swing trading. And I want to know if people did manage to get into the higher low. Some altcoins did test the low, which was giving you that epic double bottom. Chainlink, I think, double bottomed, if I'm not mistaken, or no, Chainlink didn't manage, almost hit the bottom, but overall a lot of the altcoins got a massive recovery, right, from that movement here. And some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. I'm going to say yes because I did manage to jump onto several swing longs. A lot of people say no. Yeah, without a doubt, it brings fear, right? It brings fear. That drop brings fear. But, you know, I'm glad to see that a lot of people have actually got in from lower levels instead of FOMOing into this pump right now, because there is dangerous without it. It is dangerous, right? To jump into longs on this bounce. It's not looking extremely convincing, this bounce, to jump into some longs, right? Do not FOMO in, guys. These pullbacks are really to buy up, and that was purely based on what we mentioned on Tuesday, guys. Get ready, because a lot of these coins are going to get reversal, and lots of them have been bouncing 20-30%, right? And we're using a 3-4x leverage. You're making, you know, over 100% gains on those movements on many altcoins. So I'm glad to see some people, you know, actually jumping in. We got over 100 votes here. You know, 52% said yes, 48% says no. But we very much had very good risk management. This strategy was very, very solid to start thinking of scaling into some swing longs with low capital, right? Now, let's take a look at some altcoins right away. 161% says Anno12. Absolutely epic. GRT, sir. Fowler Network. Woo! Still holding some Fowler Network. I'm still holding some Fowler Network here from the 11 cent zone. I mean, I just put around about $25,000 on 𝗬𝗨 Network, okay, as an accumulation spot. Matter of fact, I do have them here. Currently at $43,000, just around about 15K of profit, but I am not selling this until we hit the March highs, which might be in the next coming weeks, entering into 2025. But 𝗬𝗨 Network was one of those new spot accumulation altcoins that we talked about in November, right? Even October. Even less than 10 cents we managed to talk about 𝗬𝗨 Network. My average price is 10-11 cents. I did scoop up here $25,000 worth approximately. If it does break up here to 40 cents, basically getting above March highs, you know, that would be about $75,000 profit, you know, with a $25,000 investment. It's a very good average price. I got into many different altcoins, got into ICP, Cadena, Constellation DAG. We had so many altcoins that we were basically buying very aggressively, and just getting ready, guys. I'm getting into this, and we're just gonna have to hold on for the next coming weeks, but I do expect that breakout. So we got such a good position regarding spot bags, right? This was spot trading, basically buy and hold. And this is why I do have it, you know, on KuCoin. I do have it on here on Bybit, right? Got my ICP here, ready to sell some once we hit the March highs, right? Ready to sell some and take some profits. But this was another strategy. It wasn't regarding swing trades. This was regarding spot. The month of October, November, we were quite aggressive on detecting those. Guys, this is buy and hold on, right? This is like bull market, buy the lows. Let's wait, make that 3, 4, 5, maybe 10x, right on the bull run. And but if we want to buy and hold on, this is the best moment to buy. Now we have to trade it. Now we need to trade because we can manage risk better based on trading right now, because we have invalidation points, we have pullbacks that we can jump in, we understand the charts, okay, what could happen, and lower risk here based on these pullbacks. I wouldn't want to, I mean, you could still buy on spot eventually, but when I buy on spot, I want to buy very low. I want to buy very low, and I want to buy these exhaustion moments. And Constellation DAG was one of the most epic calls here. I mean, all of them are in the green except for the ones from the last few weeks, which is, you know, 𝗫𝗫 is in the green, but 𝗬𝗨 is one of them that is in the red ever so slightly. Okay, we can't say that everything's in the green, because that would be a lie. You know, there is a couple of them that are in unrealized losses based on accumulation, which 𝗬𝗨 is one of them, but 𝗬𝗨 hasn't even started a major rally, which I do think it's going to do so at some point. You know, this is even better for accumulation perspective. My average price here is 2 cents on 𝗬𝗨, so I'm down 25% on my spot bag on this one. I didn't put too much on this, but the fact that this is still good buying zone, because we haven't even popped out yet, and this is a low market cap, so 𝗬𝗨 is hey, you know, this is still very good to buy on spot in my opinion. You know, this has actually got a pullback from the highs, and it's still forming higher lows. You know, this for me is going to be forming like a gigantic ascending triangle formation before it pops out in the next coming weeks. So it's just giving you a better price entry. Matter of fact, I might be buying a little bit more of 𝗬𝗨. I don't have that much cash on the sidelines, guys. I was buying very aggressively. We was talking about, I like to have cash on the sidelines the last few months, and then realizing that this is the moment to buy up here in October, November, right before we rallied. So I did buy some significant, you know, I did buy quite a lot of altcoins throughout October, November, as we do know, right? Anyway, enough storytelling. Let's do the analysis on some altcoins. Sorry guys, I might be boring you here. Let's get to 500 likes. We just 11 likes before going to 500, and we'll be diving through some altcoins on demand, right? Altcoins on demand, pop out your altcoin. I will give you my analysis, my perspective, and what could be the highest probability move to happen in the next coming weeks. We are bullish. Could we retrace a little bit more on altcoins? We're gonna have to be looking at some good probabilities. Okay, so let's get to 550. My goodness, that like button, when you ask for it, it does go up. Right, let's go, legends. Altcoins on demand. That like button going like crazy. Let's go through comment section. Thank you very much, guys. Over a thousand people watching the stream. Drop off your altcoin. Let's go, guys. Short squeeze on the like button. Yes, sir. That is right. Short squeeze on the like button. Thank you, my man. Very kind comment. Nen Suits. XRP, Link, H-bar. Woo, we got them dropping. We got them dropping here. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Which one shall we start? Which one? 𝗬𝗫𝗃𝗍 for my man, Julius. Okay, he did ask this one before. 𝗬, insane project. Insane Oracle. 𝗬. I used to have this one in the previous bull run, but I don't have any more. I liquidated my entire 𝗬 holdings. This one is going to do extremely well, in my opinion. Oracle, very good project, very active. 100 million market cap. This could definitely go to several hundred million more. Regarding 𝗬, on the analysis, we can pull it out on the chart. Let's take that 𝗬 right away. Oracle, muy importante. 𝗬 was listed on Coinbase last year. Let's take a look at another chart. We're not going to pull out volume here. Yeah, what is interesting of 𝗬, I would really have to consider this a 112. What a rally 𝗬 had in October. Very strong rally from the lows he had created this year. 400% pump straight back down. I really have to consider this a 112. I really have to consider this a 112. I wouldn't say that this is an ABC move and we're gonna break down, right? That would be black swan event for Bitcoin and crypto in general. I need to consider this from the lows, a 1-2 and a 1-2 right there. And very much interested in 𝗬 bouncing very successfully here after this corrective move. Now the question is here on the lower time frames. Yeah, will we form an aggressive ABC move? Sometimes on altcoins, the ones that you analyze, I've been predicting in the last few months, many altcoin movements based on Chainlink analysis on its own. Because thanks to Chainlink analysis, I realized that the altcoin market in March was going to start pulling back based on the Elliot wave analysis that we did on Chainlink back in March. I mean, I have to really get some videos of these and pull them out for shorts on Instagram, guys, because it really helps. High cap altcoins, and Chainlink for me is really a good solid project that really respects the waves and Fibonacci and Elliott wave theory. And the fact that I was bearish on Chainlink here at the $20 range, and there is live streams here back in February, March that I was making you understand that a pullback is going to come. This is a classic disbelief rally. We ain't going to go much higher from this point on Chainlink, and we're going to get a pretty decent correction in the next coming months. And with that theory, of course, you expect all of the altcoins to correct here in Q2 of this year, right? So that really helped me not to FOMO in and not to buy and just remain patient and really buy aggressively in October and November, right? As we were doing, the lives were like, next altcoins, buy this, buy the bottom, right? I'm buying here. But on the live streams throughout Q1, February, March, I was quite bearish on the move based on the analysis on Chainlink. So it's just it was very good to lead the market, right? To basically understand where you're at. I don't know why I pulled this out, but it's something that I wanted to, yeah, basically because of 𝗬𝗫, right? Analysis. Let's go back to 𝗬𝗫 here. And this cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4 because you're overlapping already. So we need to come to the next most bullish case scenario, which is a double 1, 2, and you haven't even started the third wave to the upside, which makes sense in the bull run that entering into 2025 is when things should go crazy for altcoins. So on this movement, what I do understand on 𝗬𝗫 is this corrective move down that we've had is very 5 wavy, and I don't like that one single bit, because it could mean that we are forming an A wave, a B wave, and you still have to form that C wave down to claim the lows, which is not nice at all, right? You will be getting a drop of another 20-30%, and it's very, very disturbing. So the best zone of reaccumulation or looking for a swing trade is sweeping up the lows one more time on 𝗬𝗫. I have to say, you know, look for that zigzag wedgie structure, get one more leg to the downside would be ideal on 𝗬𝗫, and it might even sweep up this low. This would be the ideal buying zone regarding spot or swing long with low leverage. We're talking about 2-3x, right? Maybe a 4x, right? If you do get a good zone beneath the 50-cent level. And I would really consider a double 1-2, 1-2, boom, boom. You got a corrective move here with a zigzag, with a wedgie structure, ABC, and then, you know, then you start rocketing into 2025 with that third wave. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? You continue the bull run. So 𝗬𝗫 is, I would remain patient. I would set some alerts because I wouldn't mind buying on spot or getting into low leverage swing long position on 𝗬𝗫 here. And it just has to do with the corrective structure that we formed since the highs. I mean, I don't need to do more analysis. I mean, could you count this as a 3-wave corrective structure already, and this is a 1-2, and you're going to continue to the upside? You could, but I really prefer this scenario. Remain a little bit patient. Bitcoin does have a possibility of, you know, sweeping out the $90,000, sweeping up these lower highs maybe in next week, maybe one more high, and you're forming a flat right there, and you're coming down, sweeping up the lows, right? And then you're recovering, because there is a possibility of a flat here which is very, very non-symmetrical, because this 3-waver would be extremely long in time compared to this 3-wave move down. But it is a possibility. It is a possibility to test all-time high, right? Get above it and then start sweeping up all of the higher lows from the last few weeks. This does happen in bull markets. And if this move happens, my goodness, altcoins are going to bleed big time. And, you know, we're just going to have to look at different scenarios regarding altcoins. That would make sense on the 𝗬𝗫 analysis. And I want to just quickly check where you can trade 𝗬𝗫, because, yeah, 𝗬𝗫 is available Binance, KuCoin, yeah, several exchanges. It is available on weeks, which is good. US dollar tether. It is available on weeks. I mean, 𝗬𝗫 is an awesome project. So, I mean, that would be my trading plan here for 𝗬𝗫, either for an accumulation perspective or for a low leverage swing long. And it's purely based on the possibility of Bitcoin dropping and 𝗬𝗫 forming a zigzag here, sweeping up those lows and recovering and forming that wedgie structure. And I would be looking for a double 1-2, 1-2. And this is going to take many weeks to recover. But it is corrective. I would prefer another one more leg down, just purely based on an ABC, guys. Just purely based on an ABC. put a box. I set some alerts. I would be interested in scooping up some DIA here in the corrective move that could happen in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Anyway, let's take a look at another altcoin. I'm spending too much time here on the altcoins, so I need to go a little bit faster so I can do more altcoins. 𝗬𝗫𝗽. You know what? You know another project that is interesting is Morpheus Network. I know my brother has got some of these. I mean, this is down 12% today. Major pullback. Not an epic rally in November. Anyway, we're not going to talk about this, but this is a very interesting project. Very interesting Morpheus Network. If you want to check it out. I don't have any in my portfolio. Remember my brother doing research and send me, different things on Morpheus. The other one that you said, the one that this is why I pulled this one out. Mike says 𝗬𝗫𝗽. That's why I came out with this one. 𝗬𝗫𝗽. This one right over here. This one's up 55% today. 𝗬𝗫𝗽. What is going on? Oh, this is a relatively new project which is getting hyped up here. It is pumping quite a lot. It only launched a few days ago by the looks of things. Listed on exchanges. Yeah, we don't have this on Tradingview, so we'd have to go to DEX Tools. We're not going to do that. We ain't doing charting on DEX Tools. But yeah, low liquidity on Uniswap. Ugh. Yeah, you would have to do some research on this one. We're not going to do research. We can't chart it. We don't have any exchanges where we can chart this. So we're going to go and jump to the next one. ICP. Very bullish on ICP. I do hold a bunch of ICP. Hold over 7,000 ICP. I hope this one is going to do a 2-3x in the next coming weeks. And bought at the $10 range approximately, give or take $9-10. We almost came down to entry point on ICP on the Monday drop, hitting $11. But ICP, I'm pretty confident that ICP is not going to successfully move down beneath this the $10 zone. All right, and the technical analysis, ICP has to be one of the strongest L1 projects that I'm really surprised it did not manage to end the rally above the March highs, like Cardano, XRP. Avalanche is almost there. I'm surprised that Avalanche has not hit the highs also from March, but it will get up there eventually. It will get up there. Avalanche, I do hold some Avalanche as well. Avalanche is one of those coins that was mentioned throughout October. Just the first week of November, it's like get in now, guys, or don't get in at all regarding spot, right? You don't want to buy in late. We want to maximize profits, even though with any corrections we can swing trade them. Okay, we can swing trade them on these pullbacks with low leverage, but spot buying was this was the perfect zone to spot buy. And you're targeting at least a breakout from March highs, which is giving you a 3x, 2.5x, 3x on average if you get above successfully March highs, which I'm very happy with. I've been buying some aggressively here, not putting $1,000 or 10,000. I'm putting way more than that on multiple different altcoins at this zone. So I'm happy with a 3x, right? It's going to give me some significant gains. But you can leverage trade it as well with, use responsible leverage. Yeah, sorry about this. Avalanche, I'm surprised about not hitting March highs, the same as I'm surprised that ICP hasn't reached. It's one of the most solid L1 projects, Internet Computer. And I'm surprised we haven't hit March highs with that pump in November. But this is just building up, in my opinion. It's just building up. And regarding the analysis on ICP, is that drop that we had on Monday was a great swing long area. It was great to get into some swing longs based on ICP was that one of them that we charted on Tuesday to say ICP, we're looking for a reversal, or at the worst case scenario test the lows to form a local double bottom. Some altcoins did do so from the Monday lows, and lots of them did create a higher low, such as ICP. getting that breakout from the lower high resistance bump and run, right? When we do zoom in on ICP, you know, this was kind of basically the prediction, right? This is the same chart from Tuesday on ICP, looking for the bump and run to happen with testing the low or not testing the low. It doesn't matter. This is why we're getting into some low leverage swing long positions at this zone, right? Just ready to add in case we do test the lows and form a double bottom. And there is an explanation behind this. There is an explanation behind this ICP trade. When we do zoom out and recognize the low that was created back in July on ICP, just around about $5.80. I wish I would have bought at $5.80, but there's nothing better than understanding where you have the buying opportunity. You know, my average spot buys, I do have some small little swing longs as well on the pullback, but my average entry zone on ICP was right over here. And ICP was one of the latest ones that I accumulated very aggressively, because I already bought Constellation DAG, Fowler Network, you know, Cadena, and buying several altcoins that we were mentioning throughout October. And this one was like, oh, I know ICP is a good project. I know it's a high cap, and high caps usually take off before the mid-low caps. So I had to get in with an aggressive position here regarding spot. But you might think, why didn't you buy ICP here or ICP here? Because I needed the confirmation of the price bottoming out, and you need a few weeks of realizing that the price could be bottoming out at this stage. This was for me the confirmation to then buy on spot, saying this is very likely the bottom and we're going to break out very soon to the upside. This is why remaining patient as well, not only as a trader, as a leverage trader, as an investor, you need to realize where the price could bottom out, right? So I didn't buy ICP here or buy ICP here or here. I bought ICP here before the breakout, realizing that we're getting squeezed here, and the breakout is going to happen. So with that theory as well, we come to the conclusion that from the low of the bear market of 2023, we formed this impulsive move up in a wave 1, and this is a wave 2, and we haven't, you know, we are in the beginning stages of that breakout of the wave 3. When we take a look at ADA or Chainlink, right? Chainlink was lagging behind ever so slightly. ICP is basically here. ICP is at this stage in the bull run. So regarding swing long trades, it's much better to get into the pullbacks and swing longs. You can buy on spot as well if you feel more chilled, without a doubt, and you're looking for a 2x, but with a little bit of leverage, you can be 5xing, 10xing, right? What you're risking here. But ICP, right, purely based on the same analysis, is sitting here still. And Avalanche is sitting here, not quite taking the highs just yet. So a lot of the altcoins, some of the high cap coins are lagging behind ever so slightly. Chainlink, we were very much confident that Chainlink is going to go up to, you know, even above $30. Oh, we actually hit $30 today. I'm not really taking a look at Chainlink, but we were very much confident that this leg up was going to happen on Chainlink at some point. So the same applies on ICP. I'm very confident that ICP is going to break out this high. So the pullbacks that happen on this squeeze out, they are small swing longs with a good responsible leverage, 3-4x, right? Small amounts of capital, just realizing that, you know, what if we do get one more dip? You know, you want to be ready to take action, maybe add ever so slightly to that small position, not getting into a massive trade just in case the price finds a black swan event, right? The markets, and we reverse completely. But we should not be losing $10. $10 should not be lost. And there is an explanation based on timing and Elliot wave and Fibonacci that we should not be losing that level from this corrective wave. That and regardless regardless if this is a third wave or a C wave, A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3, you know, we are looking for more upside on ICP, regardless if it's a ABC or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we take a look at the low of this correction and we analyze this every single wave, for me, it's a no-brainer that the highest probability here on ICP is that we formed a first initial wave 1, wave 2, and then here we formed a little bit of a contracting move in another wave 1, and this zigzag, a wave 2. So it's a double 1, 2, 1, 2, because you still continue forming higher lows right there. And with this double 1, 2, I come to the conclusion that this has been the third wave, obviously the most powerful one. However, we are still lagging behind to create the 4, 5, 4, 5 to the upside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is finishing your third wave, and then you got another 4, 5 to the upside. We do not want to overlap the wave 1, the second wave 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we haven't completed here a 5-wave structure. And we've kind of hit the max level here, which is the 50% Fibonacci. I mean, you can get below 50%, but you cannot overlap the golden pocket, which would be anyway overlapping the first wave 1 here. And on Elliot wave theory, for an impulse, you can't overlap a wave 1 or hit the golden pocket on that wave 4. So this was the main reason as well that on Tuesday it was, guys, start thinking of swing long in this with low leverage, because I mean, I'm talking like guys like you, but I'm saying what I am doing. I cannot tell you what to do. You know, this is what I am doing. You know, I'm looking for some swing long trades here at this zone, and I would be willing to add to that trade if we test the lows. Just realizing that based on the technical analysis, we should not overlap this zone, and the bulls are going to defend this area to maintain a bullish market structure. This is why for the moment we've got that epic bounce on ICP since Monday's drop, right, of over 30% throughout the last few days. So there is something very disturbing about this move, and that is how quick this wave 4 happened. I am a little bit skeptical on the possibility that this corrective move has not finished. This is why I would not long here, guys. I would not long this just to stay on the safe side, just in case we roll down. You know, this is not a zone that I would long, and there's a main reason why here. The main reason why is because what if this is an A wave and this is the B wave move? We need to form one more low just to test the lows, potentially not hitting that high or the golden pocket, just kind of a double bottom, and you're forming a very, very squeezed descending wedge structure. I mean, this level has to hold. This would be an epic double bottom scenario. One more flush and then get the movement up in the next coming weeks. This is why we mentioned the longs to be set here to manage risk accordingly. Longing right now here, the risk is that you could be longing a B wave, and you still need to form the C wave down, which is, you know, it's a dangerous zone. Some altcoins are almost back up to the, you know, some altcoins have actually got above the highs from last week, such as 𝗬cie, Chainlink. Altcoins move similar, but some of them move differently, right? Some lag behind, such as ICP, which is very much a lagging one in this run up that we've had the last few weeks. So not taking out much highs, right? Like a lot of the high caps, such as ADA, Link, right? You name it. So this is a really dangerous zone on ICP. I have to say that there is a possibility of claiming the lows, you know, as some swing longs are, you know, taken from very good entries. You know, the risk management is much better than actually longing here, because if you long here, where are you putting a stop loss? Will you be willing to add to the position you know, or, you know, even better, kind of a short trade here, just speculating on that potential wave down. But I don't want to short either. And the main reason why I don't want to short is because some altcoins have taken out the highs of last week. Chainlink, 𝗬cie, right? A few of them. Avalanche is almost there. So I don't want to short this either, right? I don't want to short this zone on a higher time frame. I'm rather look for longs than swing shorts. But I understand that possibility. So no shorts, no longs to be taken here. The best scenario would be ICP coming down to the lows and look for that, you know, descending wedge, third wave, and start thinking of swing longs in this area below the $11. Anyway, that's just my point of view. This is a zone that I would not do anything, because I realize it could do this, or it could just consolidate, you know, form a little bit of a descending wedges channel and then continue back up and break out. There's you know, I do see both scenarios happening. This is why I longed here based on Tuesdays, right? When I'm confident about something, it's like, guys, I'm building up a swing long at these lows because I realize the bounce. And now with this bounce, you know, I do realize that we could form a lower high. I would just be ready for the potential of another opportunity to get into a bigger position. So yeah, this is the zone that needs to hold, basically, right? This red box without hitting the golden pocket. So I would be quite surprised if we do test the lows. We may be going to overlap this pivot, and that's going to really bring me a little bit in doubt. Maybe this was the low, guys, just like many other ones have taken out the highs. So it's a little bit difficult regarding the analysis now on some altcoins, because I'm just realizing of a lower high here and then continuing up. And it would make sense based on the timing to get, you know, a little bit more sideways action, more to the downside. So the levels to get into longs in this bull market was really from Tuesday, Wednesday max, right? Wednesday morning that we provided on a live stream, guys. You know, get ready on many altcoins. I mean, if you longed 𝗬cie or Chainlink on the drop of Monday and you start longing on Monday night, Tuesday, right? Then eventually you're making insane profits. But because they're claiming the highs from last week, some of them move a little bit more poorly. Some of them have a massive rocket, you know, in their backside, and they take out the highs, such as 𝗬cie and Link. Some of them lag behind, but regardless, all of them bounced from the drop of Monday, right? So it doesn't matter. You can choose a bunch. We talked about this on Tuesday. So it's very difficult regarding right now. You know, the best scenario would be actually coming down here, but we don't know if we're going to get it again. Anyway, I got a super chat here. Let's take a look at super chats right away. Sorry, guys, I'm really taking long here. I just want to try and explain here the scenarios. It's difficult right now with this bounce. It's difficult to FOMO in. I realize the movement down or up. And this is why it's important to subscribe, because some days will be difficult regarding altcoins. I mean, for Bitcoin, yeah, we got some levels and some trading opportunities regarding scalp and day trades. But on altcoins, it is very difficult. I would, you know, maybe once a week or twice a week, I'll have a video where I'm very confident on the move and what we want to take a look at and get into some low leverage swing longs, such as the live stream on Tuesday. This is why it's important to be subscribed and important to, you know, look at the videos, updates, right, on the live stream, because sometimes I'll be very confident on a move, and you want to be paying attention, right, when we are confident on the analysis. So let's take a look at the super chats. Hello, Andy, please. amigo on 𝗬cie. Amigo or Amino on 𝗬cie. AMO. Thanks. Joey, very welcome, my man. Let's take a look at this one right away on 𝗬cie. Amino, as you are saying, Amino can be, oh, sorry, that's not the ticker symbol. AMO, US dollar on 𝗬cie. Guys, remember, if you are interested in trading, 𝗬cie is great. Bybit is great. Bybit for me is a very good trading platform. For me, it's the best. You got a great bonus down below in the description for Bybit. Now, I know some people don't want to trade on Bybit, and you have great bonuses on weeks or bluffing right now with a massive campaign of deposit bonus. If you sign up with the link, guys, you got up to $100,000 depending on what you deposit in trade. They have proof of reserves, so they are very legit. All right, very legit. You got a great bonus with the link down below. You can trade hundreds of altcoins on bluffing, guys. You also got weeks, which is an email and a password. You can sign up. There's also a great bonus down below. Let's take a look at this one. AMO right away. AMO. This one's lagging behind very much. Let's take a look at AMO here. On 𝗬𝗫𝗃, Amino. Very low market cap, 13 million. Amino rewards. I have no idea what this is. Like most of the altcoins, it pays to be active. Okay. So it's like a move to earn kind of. Yeah, move to earn, right? Amino as an amino acid, right? From the protein. Okay, that's a pretty cool name. So as you do some sport activities, this. I've never been a huge fan of these kind of reward crypto projects, right? Like walk to earn, because you need more people to join. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of a pyramid scheme. You need people to join to basically pay off the ones that are already in at the end of the day, right? It doesn't, you don't make money because of walking or doing any sports, right? Just because of thin air. You need a system, right? And usually the system is you need to drag in people, right, to invest in the crypto project. But I mean, it might be interesting. Take it with a pinch of salt. It doesn't seem like that they do have massive partnerships or anything. Website is very basic and simple. Take it with a pinch of salt. These earning cryptos. So I have I'm not a huge fan of them, I have to be honest. They tend to fail in the long run just because they're not sustainable most of the times. I love the chart, I have to say. The chart looks amazing. You know, the selling pressure is no longer there. All of the selling pressure happened throughout Q1. I mean, it seems like this one was launched not long ago, right? It was launched in 2023. So you got the classic, launch it, pump it, dump it. And now, you know, it's bottomed out. There's really no selling pressure here. All of the tokens are in still circulation. It's all about how they're going to do their marketing here. You just never know with these crypto projects that give you rewards, in this case based on doing some exercises, right, by the looks of things. So there's really no chart analysis to be done here. The only thing is that the selling pressure eventually has disappeared because everything was sold, right? Either the private investors, the seed investors, you know, were dumping the price after the launch eventually, and now the investors don't want to sell. So you know, this is the kind of the zone where you would be interested in buying up something before it takes off. But I have no idea about the fundamentals. Will it be a dying project? Maybe this is just a dead cat bounce kind of rally. There's really not much analysis that I could provide here. It's a very low market cap. There's lots of wicks. Maybe it's an awesome project. Maybe it is starting off the bull run here with a 112. It's maintaining uptrend structure as we've left the accumulation zone, and it's just going to continue with higher lows till it actually finds a hype campaign or something, right? And lots of investors jump in. There's no real proper TA that I could do based on this low cap coin, okay? But you know, interesting project, maybe. Hi Andy, is Illuvium a good coin to invest in? Illuvium is one that I do have in my spot bags. My average entry point is the $40 range. It was one of the coins that was mentioned throughout October, November to invest in. It's one of them in the gaming industry that I know. It's an active game, and I believe it's going to do very well in this crypto bull run. And it still hasn't pumped a lot. So you are talking about investing, not trading. But got a really nice bounce. Really nice bounce here. Oof. Almost taking out this high. Well, no, yeah. Yeah, regarding Illuvium, I think Illuvium could be on the first initial wave one here to the upside. Yeah, I mean, this is an initial wave on Illuvium. We're forming a little bit of a dead cat bounce. I mean, the Illuvium zones to long was this area, or to invest, you know, take those dips to buy at very low levels. I am aware of the potential of a zigzag here, sorry. Just in an ABC move, you're forming the wedge, you're testing the lows again. People get extremely scared. Oh my goodness, this is it. It's the perfect moment to form that three-wave structure. If you did not buy here between Monday and Tuesday, I would be ready for a reclaim of the lows for what could ever happen on Bitcoin and rest of the altcoins. But yeah, you could DCA. You could have a DCA strategy. I mean, my average price on Illuvium was here at the $40 range before we got the pop. It was one of the coins that we were ready for before it exploded. Well, yeah, it did explode. These dips are good to DCA. DCAing right now with this dead cat bounce, just be aware that this could happen. And then this would be the best level to accumulate aggressively, because you're looking for a kind of a wedgie structure and a zigzag. And yeah, I would really say that this is a wave 2 and we're going to rock it here entering into 2025. Just be aware of that scenario. And if you have a DCA strategy, say that you have $2,000 to invest, you know, you can put, you know, you can invest 500, you get another dip, another 500, you get another dip, 500, and you got a nice average entry zone. Because maybe this dip doesn't happen, but I would say there is a possibility of it happening. Okay, but it's a great project. I do think it will succeed despite any local volatility. You know, I would expect this one to take off entering into 2025, because this is only a first initial wave up. Now you're just correcting. We haven't even seen a third wave. We haven't seen an explosive wave here that should be happening in the coming weeks despite this corrective move. Okay, so overall, DCAing into this pullback that we had the last week is not a bad strategy, guys. We are in bull run. I know it's hard to understand, right? Especially when you zoom out on some of these coins, you're like, are we in a bull market? You must be joking, right? Look at this mini pump. Well, we are. It hasn't really even started pumping. That's the thing, right? So people are still in doubt. People will know that we are in a bull market once we start seeing this, right? Yeah, we're in bull run now, yeah, but we want to be, you know, we want to be in at lower levels, right? We don't want to hype in on bull run when everybody's, you know, talking about crypto. And it's very difficult to understand that we are in bull market, especially when you zoom out on these coins and you take a look at this. You're like, you know, is this bull market? Well, yeah, but we haven't seen a lot of the coins pump yet, right? So Illuvium is an active gaming project, and is, you know, it's, in my opinion, it's going to do very well. Hi Andy, can you do TA on prop base? Props, thanks. You're welcome, Nairo. Let's go right away. Take a look at the super chats, guys. You know that they have priority eventually. Let's take a look at this one right away, which is prop base. I have no idea what this is. Like most of the cryptos, I only know my ones and a couple of them. Props. Prop base. Let's see what this one is. Okay, it's about prop firm. Welcome to the future of real estate investing. Real estate investing. This could be very interesting. I like these kind of real world asset coins I will do a little bit of research myself. It is a low cap coin, 41 million. It's on this what's this chain? Aptos chain. I couldn't recognize this symbol. It's on the Aptos chain. I like the movement that we had here and the corrective structure. Now it seems like that we are getting a little bit of a pullback. Let's take a look at this one right away. Props US dollar. It's on 𝗬𝗫𝗃. Major hype up rally. I think this was with the real world asset, right? AI kind of hype moment that we had in Q1 of this year, and now getting a basically got a major pullback. I mean, if this has to be a triple 1-2. I would say that this has been the low, but you never know with these low caps. You got the major pump hype, the major correction, and it's building up here very nicely. Some might say that this is a bear flag and it's going to break down. It should not break down successfully, but there's really not much to chart on this. It's just launched, got a hype pump, big correction. It's grinding up here ever so slightly. We can't really do some professional charting just like Bitcoin and some higher cap coins that have been for the last few years. So we do not want to lose this low, or if we do so, we have to consider a flat movement. So if this is the low, you got a pump in a wave 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is either another 1-2 and you're just going to start building up here in the next coming weeks, or you form a flat in an A, B, C, and then you break up and you swing failure pattern from these lows. So taking out these lows and recovering would be a great zone, because you want to maintain this structure. This could be an ABC. If you get a reaction here, you have a high chance that this could be the low, and then you're rocketing in that wave 3. I mean, that's the only scenario that I could bring up here. This is the zone that really needs to hold. You might test the lows, and that would be a great SFP level to consider, buying up this crypto. It is available on 𝗬𝗫𝗃. I'm not sure if it is available for, spot buying basically on 𝗬𝗫𝗃. But remember, 𝗬𝗫𝗃, you do have a great bonus for futures as well, guys. 𝗬𝗫𝗃, they have low fees. They're great. There's lots of altcoins there as well. Check out 𝗬𝗬𝗃 bonus, guys. Down below, you have the 𝗬𝗬𝗃 20k bonus, deposit bonus. Okay, you got other exchanges as well. Just with an email and a password, you're signing up. Weeks all bluffing, guys. Check them out. There's hundreds of altcoins there. 𝗬𝗿𝗃, yeah, this one was a hyped up. We're not gonna, we're gonna try and pass on this one. 𝗬𝗿𝗃, there's a few 𝗬𝗿s, just a 𝗬𝗿. Wow, this one's down big time. I'm not sure if this is the original one on Solana. Yeah, this one got a little bit of a hype in November. 𝗬𝗿𝗃. These are the kind of coins that you want to be, the meme coins. Just you want to be very, very cautious, guys. Very, very cautious with meme coins. I mean, I don't even want to pull out the chart for this. You just never know. It's a community driven coin, so there's really no charting to do behind this, for me anyway. Any target for Illuvium and 𝗬𝗏? Love from Netherlands, says Ayush. Absolutely. 𝗬𝗏 network, for me it's simple. For me it's extremely simple. I mean, I do hold that 𝗬𝗏. If we do come down here ever so slightly in the coming days, it's just going to have to hold on to those bags, because I am ready to sell some 𝗬𝗏 network at the highs. Let's see if we do make a, get to 100k. Because I did put around about $25,000 on this one, down at the 10-11 cent zone. Would be happy to make 75k just on 𝗬𝗏 network if we do get above the March highs. I mean, I'm looking for quick flips, and 𝗬𝗏 network, I haven't decided yet if I would leave a moon bag. Potentially yes, but 𝗬𝗨 network was one of the ones that we talked about not only in November, October and September. We were hyping up 𝗬𝗨 network, insane project, which is lagging behind quite a lot. It got the breakout as we were expecting after this, accumulation zone, but it's just lagging behind. And my first initial target for 𝗬𝗨 network is the highs here, but we could be looking at some interesting extensions on 𝗬𝗨 network at the 1.618, which would be 57 cents. But the first target zone is the March highs. Let's leave it that way. I will very likely leave a moon bag. I usually do. I never take all of the profits, right? When we're greedy, but I will take profits here. I'll probably sell 50% of what I bought at the March highs, around about the 40-cent level. And maybe I will very likely leave a moon bag, just, depending on how things look. But I'm targeting March highs, despite of any movement here that could happen in the next coming days. Pretty much confident that 𝗬𝗨 network is going to end up doing that rally. And regarding Illuvium, same applies for Illuvium here, because Illuvium, well, no, not the same. Even Illuvium hasn't even formed that third wave move. So yeah, Illuvium, we have to give Illuvium a chance of it to still develop here in the wave 2. But depending on where that wave 2 ends, I mean, we could be looking at an explosive third wave depending on the low, where the low is. If this is the low that formed on Monday, or we're going to form another low, we are looking at a bare minimum at the $120 range at the 1.618, wherever the low creates, because we're looking for a third wave at least, and obviously a fourth and a 5. And the third wave, 1.618 is kind of the minimum target, but there's no maximum target. You could hit 2.618, 3.618. It really depends on the hype that is created in the bull run where this third wave can extend to. But as a bare minimum, we're looking at $120. Could it go higher? Maybe yes. But I mean, these are lower time frame target zones. That's what I got here for liquidate those shorts, says Cyrus. Absolutely. Legends, it is Friday. I do hope that you enjoy Friday and the weekend. I'll probably do a video update based on Bitcoin, on the different probabilities that could happen throughout the next coming days on the higher time frame. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure to destroy the like button. If you want more updates, the Legends trading community, very active Monday to Friday. You do have the modules to learn how to trade, how to chart from basic to advanced. You got the best deals down below with the exchanges, okay, in the description. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next one.